Hi everyone and welcome back. And as always, thank you for your support and for putting up with me. To be honest, I found it a little hard to put up with myself lately. But as always, this channel is not about me. It is about the British royals, so let's move on. And today's topic centers around Meghan and Harry and their money, their actions, and what I and my friends think and talk about. In older videos, I have spoken about Harry and the second love of his life, namely BetterUp. In one of my older videos, I went through the whole rigmarole of how BetterUp was started, how it is financed, and more or less how and how much money they allegedly make annually. And in a way, I proved to you that BetterUp is basically an investment or financial money management company hiding behind an online mental health app. If you actually go into the founder's background, you will indeed find that they have no background or experience in mental health, but instead in investment and money management. Indeed, the coaching and customers who are paying for this coaching, whether corporate or individuals, make but a portion of BetterUp's income. The rest are from investors, and here are a few examples. The snowboarder Shaun White invested some of his $43 million fortune in BetterUp, and companies like Lightspeed Venture Partners, a global venture capital firm, Threshold Ventures, a capital market company based in Silicon Valley, Plus Capital, a company who facilitates investments for their celebrity clients, Salesforce Ventures, and haven't we spoken about Salesforce before? Sapphire Ventures, Motherbold Capital, Freestyle Capital, etc., etc. I think you get the picture. Most of BetterUp's investors are capital management and investment facilitator firms, and obviously they invest with the eye on making a profit and getting returns on their investment. So what is going to happen if BetterUp was indeed as heavily invested in Silicon Valley Bank as we are told they are? Now, I think you know by now that HSBC Holdings will buy Silicon Valley Bank UK, which obviously averted SVB UK's insolvency and for the time being at least protects depositors' money. But what is happening in the United States? Despite Biden's assurances, it does not look good for SVB and its customers. Yes, Moody's declared the United States banking stable in its ratings this morning, but the United States Justice Department is opening a probe into SVB, and the Securities and Exchange Commission launched a parallel investigation. Now, please note, I am not schooled in economics at all, and my knowledge can best be described as basic. But in my opinion, it is even more concerning that Blackstone Incorporated is one of only 3 investment and money management firms who has expressed an interest in a book of loans held by SVB. Now, those of you who have been with me since almost the beginning may remember me talking about Blackstone Incorporated a couple of times before. And if you have not heard me talk about Blackstone before, I suggest you go and watch a video I made about a year ago titled All the King's Horses and All the King's Men. It is not the only time I've mentioned Blackstone Incorporated, but certainly the video which will give you the most comprehensive idea of where Blackstone fits into the global economy and how deeply linked and invested many countries and the royals are in Blackstone. But as always, I digress. Now, Gossip is absolutely right that BetterUp will suffer and may even fail or fold due to the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. But as of right now, we don't know that for a fact. However, the assumption that BetterUp and by implication Harry and Meghan are in a spot of trouble is not baseless. Oh no, it is not. For 4 decades, SVB catered to tech startups, and SVB was indeed well regarded among the tech community, which has a large presence around San Francisco. And where is BetterUp's head office? In San Francisco. Some of you did indeed ask my opinion, and after all of this is said and done, I don't know about BetterUp. Maybe because their principals both have a background in capital management and investment, they did not put too many eggs in one basket. And as I've shown you minutes before, they do have other large investors, and hopefully they did not deposit too much of those investments into SVB. But we do not know, at least not yet. As far as Harry and Meghan are concerned, I'm honestly not worried, as I know that Meghan retained business manager Andrew Meyer and lawyer Rick Genau. Yes, otherwise known as Freemark Financial, and indeed the two men responsible for setting up and registering the Harkles 13 companies. I have a feeling they would have been clever enough to have prevented too much damage to the Harkles' pocket. But then we also know that neither Meghan nor Harry always listen to good advice. The other reason I'm not too concerned about Meghan and Harry is because I know that despite anything and everything, the royals or the king will use their money or influence to prop Harry and Meghan up and keep them from hunger or the gutter. So no, I'm not worried or bothered about Meghan and Harry, or even BetterUp for that matter. I'm more sympathetic towards other individuals and businesses who are now strapped for cash and concerned about their future. But like all of you, I'm wondering whether the financial knock the Harkles may have taken was maybe the reason and the cause for Mr. I don't want to be a prince and Mrs. The Royals are racist to have made a 360-degree U-turn and insisted on those titles for their kids. Maybe Mrs. The Royals are racist thinks that those titles will secure her and the children financially regardless of anything and everything. And you know what? Under the current regime or current reign, it most likely will. Anyway, my dears, so that's it for now. As I progress through your email and DMs, I'll hop back on and chat further. So until I meet you on the next one, please take good care of yourself. Bye.